Guys, Nick Wood here, the king, your boy, talking to you about pre-selling. Yes, I know once again, I'm going to talk to you about pre-selling because, guys, I am a firm believer that the rank and rent business model is broken. It's a beautifully broken business model because in theory, it's perfect, but it's actually not because you have to wait 6 months. You have to wait 6 months to even know if the website's going to rank and to even know if it's going to generate leads and to even know if a business owner is in that area that wants your leads. And for that reason, it's broken. And so, my friends, that is why I preach from the rooftops. Rent, sorry, I had a little bit of a lapse there. Rent, then rank. Rent first, rank later. That's how I think Drake would say it if he was in this business. Shout out to my boy Drake. Guys, I'm wearing a very nice Lululemon t-shirt, breathable, lightweight, overpriced, yes, but you can't beat it. The quality is amazing. And this company, I think many of us, if you don't know who it is, it's a phenomenal company. It's athletic apparel, yoga, whatever, came out of Canada. And I got my first piece of Lululemon gear probably in 2016, somewhere in there. And I remember I was used to spending 20 bucks on shorts, whatever. And I was like, what, $60, 70 bucks? What? Anyway, I'm not here to pitch you on Lululemon gear because I don't have an affiliate code and I do think it's an awesome product. You want to go get it? Great. Okay. Just be prepared that once you slide into one of these t-shirts, you're not going to want to jump back into the old, I don't know, whatever brand that you see at the local Walmart, right? These are very soft, very durable, very breathable, etc. So as I'm wearing this Lululemon t-shirt, I wanted to share something with you, and I wanted to let you guys know that the best brands in the world have also discovered that pre-selling is the game. It's not just me. Lululemon, one of the best companies, one of the best athletic companies, if not the most well-known high-end, I wouldn't probably say luxury, but high-end athletic apparel companies in the world, at least in at least in North America, is a very, very big proponent of pre-selling. I'm going to tell you exactly. I shared this story. I can't remember if it was one of my lives last week or the week before, but this just happened in the town that I just moved here. I moved from Utah. I moved from a town in Utah called St. George, Utah. You guys can look this up, okay? And what happened is this is a town that it doesn't have that greatest shopping, like few restaurants, whatever. It's still kind of a small town. It's like 100,000 people, right? And so all of us that shopped at Lulu, it was like, okay, well, we had to go to Las Vegas. That was the closest place to buy, or online. Oh, I mean, that's literally the closest place to us. And so everyone heard, this is a year and a half, 2 years ago, that Lulu was coming to town, that we were going to get a Lululemon, right? Well, they kind of surprised everybody because they went and instead of building out a storefront, instead of putting signage, instead of actually doing it the way that Lulu does, they came into town and did a pop-up shop. They did a glorified pop-up shop in that it wasn't in someone's kitchen. It wasn't in someone's backyard. It wasn't out of a trailer, but they literally threw up shop in some building that they didn't fit to be a Lulu. There was roll and hang. It was literally, they could have packed everything up in an hour and they could have left town. And it wasn't until a couple months after that, I was actually in Vegas at another location that I realized this is something that they do. And it seemed weird to me, but I was talking to one of the sales reps at this Las Vegas location. And they said, hey, they found out I was from St. George in Utah and said, how's the location St. George doing? And I was like, it's always busy. I mean, I've spent way too much money there this year, if that gives you any indication. And this lady said, yeah, from what I understand, it's one of the biggest pop-up shops in the company, and it's crushing it. And they should be bringing a store really soon. And she's like, this is actually a pop-up as well. And I said, oh, that's fascinating. Guys, they do the exact same thing. So what do? They came into my hometown. They did the research. They looked at the numbers. They said, okay, it's their due diligence process. They're like, this little city, St. George, Utah, could be a banger. This could be one of those that it's not that populated, but it's not that competitive. There's not that many options, just like what we look for, guys. And they come in, and instead of building the site, spending all the money, building out the building and spending millions of dollars, having this amazing looking building, they wanted to test the market. They wanted to come into town and spend a fraction of that amount and see if they could make sales and see how many sales they could make and see if the buyers were there, see if we, as the people that live there, were going to purchase the clothing. And we purchased in droves, and we went again and again and again. And guess what happened? About 6 months ago, 4 months ago, they opened a shop, a storefront that is beautiful. It is a brand new building attached to our mall, if you call it that. It's kind of this little thumper. It's got very few stores, but they came and they built out an incredible storefront, transitioned everything over there. And I have seen that place has been busy every time I've gone by. Guys, the greatest companies in the world have figured this out, that if you can go into a local market and you can test it for a fraction of the cost, why wouldn't you? You who's sitting there still building out your website, still spending 6 months to rank, still doing backlinks and content and GMB, only to find out there's no business owners that want your leads. There's no leads, and it's way more competitive than you thought. What are you doing, man? You're still doing the wheelchair method. You're stuck in the past. You're the block. You better be careful. That's what I'm here to say, is you better be careful, because you build too many of those websites and you have too much overhead and you got too many bills that you're paying and you ain't making money. You got a hobby, not a business. As I've said it time and time and time again. So guys, with yet another reason why you should be pre-selling, why you should test a local market, why you should go into it with a one-page website and a couple bucks in ads to just see what's there before you go and spend the next 6 months of your life or your team's life or your time, energy, money, etc. Go and test it. Go and pre-sell, and stop listening to people give you advice that are the ones that are selling the picks and the shovels. Stop it.